Assalamu alaikum, everybody, brothers and sisters. It's been a while since I've been able to post a video on this channel. Hopefully, you can hear me all right. I am rusty, to say the least. So, it's been a while since I've posted on this channel, and that's because I've been very busy in my life. A while back, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder, and I was 145 pounds. I was in amazing shape. I was knocking out 100 push-ups per set, at least 400 push-ups a day. I was doing 10, 15 miles a day of cardiovascular activity, and I was in great shape. But then when my autoimmune disease hit, I got really tired, and I didn't have the energy. Along with that came a lot of pain. My hands have arthritis, so I can't open bottles anymore. There's a lot of things I can't do that I used to be able to do, to cut things short. And unfortunately, my condition has taken a turn for the worse. And it has somewhat morphed or taken a more severe route. So it could just focus on the ligaments, the joints, stuff like that. Unfortunately, my disorder has now moved to my spine, and with that will eventually lead to my paralysis. So the medications I need to fight the pain, the fatigue, the exhaustion, I know I said that twice now, but the medications needed for that are rather expensive and kind of hard to get. So I'm taking a step back from work. Now, I know that I talked about retiring or semi-retiring back when I finished EMT school. During that time, I was actually doing my first rounds of chemotherapy. And during my first rounds of chemotherapy, I realized that, I'm really tired, I'm really exhausted. This disorder makes it feel like, for example, I wake up maybe 5, 6 in the morning, right? By 7, 8 in the morning, I feel like I've worked a 16-hour shift. It's absolutely exhausting, and it just saps the energy out of you out of nowhere sometimes. So I take medication for that twice a day, once in the morning, and that kind of picks up my energy. But if I don't take my second dose by maybe the afternoon, maybe 1 p.m., my body just like drains like a Duracell battery leak. It's just crashes and I pass out from exhaustion. So I was talking a while back about retiring because of how exhausting it was back then. Well, now my disorder has affected my spinal column and has just overall affected my health. For example, my hands still hurt, my arms still hurt, but now I still have the exhaustion and it's affecting the ligaments in my feet. So that means now it feels like if you sprain your ankle and you have to put weight on it, that's what it feels like, but all the time. And on top of that, I have OPLL, which has to do with the ligament that kind of protects my spinal column, and that has started to ossify. So I need to do physical therapy. So with all these things going on in my life, I'm going to be taking a step back from work, semi-retiring. I'm going to try and move my vlog. I keep wanting to call it a blog, but I'm going to move my vlog towards a more family-centered type deal. I'm going to talk about my opinions, my thoughts, stuff like that. And I'm going to maybe focus more on traveling, vacations with the family, just taking it easy while I can. Inevitably, I'm going to end up in a wheelchair. I don't know when that time is going to happen. I don't know when it's going to come. It depends on how fast this disorder progresses. I'm near the end stages of it already, so it's pretty much all downhill from here until I get on my medications, and then I have a lot of getting sick to look forward to. Upper respiratory infections, stomach aches, more getting the flu, getting colds. So that looks like a lot of fun for me. So while I can, I'm going to enjoy my family. I'm going to do more travel vlogs. One thing I used to do in the past that I really liked doing was a walk with me. So it's basically just a walk through wherever I am and whatever I'm doing so that you can take a walk with me. Like, I did that on the streets of France, I did that in Switzerland, I did that in Ireland, I did that on the cliffs of Silver Lake. It was a lot of fun. But now, I'm going to start focusing more on that. I'm also going to be taking a step back from, as I said, work, and then I'm going to focus on more of my religious pursuits and things like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing lately, and I'm trying the whole Twitter thing, and since Elon Musk took it over, it's been a hell of a lot more fun. I am disappointed by the false sense of intellectual superiority that liberals tend to think they have. They seem to think that having more degrees per liberal or Democrat versus Republican means that they're more intelligent, while having more degrees does not necessarily equate to having more intelligence. So I might be publishing an article about that, along with some other things I've recently written. So yeah, we're going to see what kind of shenanigans I get up to in the future. Until then, have a good one, guys.